Hi, my name is Sazsha. Welcome to the Muthaship. You can check the description box for the updated links to my other two channels. You can see more of the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine daily reads there as well. Also, I've included a free resource for you to brush up on your inner work. This work can be very challenging, and the link in the description box will direct you to a site that is very inclusive and comprehensive. And the lessons 1 through 7, they will kind of walk you through all of those different layers of the inner work that you need to complete. So I challenge you all to follow that link and do lessons 1 through 7. Let's see what our messages are for today. The heart of the reading, you have the Three of Cups. You also have the Moon. So for some of you, this is a time period of maybe wondering and even letting your thoughts get away from you in regard to what's happening in your twin flame connection. For some of you, this is also a time period of celebration. And if you're farther down the rabbit hole in your ascension path, you may be experiencing being more in your heart center and beginning to live a more heart-centered life as well. But during this time period, there's a lot of unknown things happening, and the key here is to tap into your creativity, to follow your own road right now, regardless of what anybody around you is saying. You do what is necessary and what feels right to you. So this is claiming your sovereignty and recognizing that you have a connection, but during this time frame, maybe not everything is known, and it's very imperative that you choose to walk in the way that you desire to and that feels passionate and uplifting to you. So even though it can be a time of maybe even feeling like things are chaotic or dramatic, this is a time period where you channel that into your creative projects and also follow your intuition. This is staying the course and knowing what's best for you because you're like tuned into your higher wisdom. This is also the moon's cycles. This can be knowing your own rhythms and internal clock. This can be a facet of divine timing as well, or relate to the astrology of the times. And we did also just come through a partial eclipse time, and I think in about 10 days or so, there's a full lunar or a full solar eclipse. And this is an interesting one because it's on the new moon, and so there might be some energy around like releasing certain aspects, bringing closure to some things, but at the same time starting fresh and starting new energies. So this is exciting times because we're beginning to wrap up some of these big lessons of the year, and some of the outer planets are shifting as well. I believe there's also another eclipse at the end of the month. I haven't really studied the astrology in detail, but I know that we have some key dates coming up, so you can look out for those. Divine Feminine, today you have the King of Wands reversed, you have the Seven of Cups reversed, you have the Devil, and the Two of Wands. So key for you right now is to choose your path, not according to what limits you. This is you coming out of a time of exploring your options and maybe even feeling distressed, I'm hearing, or confused at which road to take. But this is about stepping forward with your passion, stepping into the unknown, choosing your path according to what makes you feel alive, following the heart's path. I like to say there's only one path with heart. And this is also maybe a point in time where you're even tested to stay the path. And for some of you, this would be any number of things that you could be drawn into. So it's important to take the third path, the middle ground, and not lean to extremes. And also to balance not only your outside world, but the internal world, balance your polarity within, your masculine and feminine energy. We all have both masculine and feminine within us. And when we bring integration and harmony to our internal world, we create that self-alignment that helps us to step fully into our soul's path. This is our essence. This is where we resonate in our energy field. So for some of you, you may also be coming away from maybe even offers from others who are not offering you a certain level of either maturity or commitment, because you might be wanting things to be more long lasting and something that you can really build upon. So this could be a time of choice for you. Let's look at the divine masculine energies. There's a little bit of codependency perhaps, or a little bit of needing to work on those inner child wounds, bringing healing and integration to those places where we have the sensation of lack, betrayal, abandonment. Any type of fear comes from a lower vibration. It keeps us in the illusion of separation, of unconditional love. So you may also be maybe even cutting off communication, or just standing your ground and being very firm. And this can also be being a little bit detached from things. You might have some numbing happening, and when we are feeling numbed out, it's because we have an underlying trauma usually. So that might need to be addressed and brought to a point of completion and healing right now. Seems that there is a little bit of a feeling that the world is against you, or that things just aren't moving in your favor. So it's important to go back in your own timeline and discover where the root of this is. Many times we have certain things that happen to us that put us in a state of illusion to our own authenticity, where we begin believing things that are untrue. And many times these types of fears will resurface and resurface until we can come to a point where we can face them completely and heal all levels of that cycle. So you are opening a brand new chapter right now, and it's okay to take a leap of faith here. Even if maybe you've been feeling like you don't have the support you need, sometimes what's needed is the action. And when you take one step forward, the universe conspires. So taking a step forward in the direction of this new chapter opening up in your life and in your soul's path, this is relative to your destiny. This is also reconnecting with your own divine innocence. I would suggest following not only the free link in the description box that can help you begin working on this inner healing, but also you can book me to assist you. This is really hard work, and sometimes we need extra support, or we need another person's fresh eyes and perspective, who are not in our situation but can see objectively. So you can always book me to assist you. You can see the services I offer as well in the description box. Let's get a few more cards for today. Divine Masculine, you have the Three of Pentacles, and you also have the Four of Cups. So this is an important place to kind of revive yourself calling on that extra support, being involved in teamwork, cooperation, and also focusing on your craft and continuing to do this work, especially on yourself for self-mastery, investing in yourself so that you can have a solid foundation to build from. There may be something also that you're not really keen to right now. You might not be seeing the whole picture or seeing all the opportunities that are in front of you. And this could be, I want to say, a partial blindness because of feeling numb or isolated or just a little bit closed off. So you may not be aware that you have a fresh chapter opening up, or you may not be aware that there's something coming to completion for you as well. This is a rebirth and a restart, and it calls for you to be awake and sharp in your awareness and connected into what really makes you feel blissful and happy and spontaneous. Divine Feminine, you have the Seven of Cups. So you have a double card here. You have the Seven of Cups. You also have the Seven of Cups reversed. So again, a little bit of confusion or doubt at which option to choose, or maybe what is the best avenue for you to take right now. You also have the Eight of Cups reversed. So you might have even left some things behind or walked away from some things. You might be choosing to walk towards something brand new, but it's important that you don't limit yourself right now. Instead, look at the expansive picture. Realize how multidimensional you are and that there are endless possibilities. And in order to choose, maybe you need to widen your perspective, broaden your viewpoint. And this is also about getting centered in order to make that choice so that you can move forward. Let's get a few guidance cards for today. Divine Masculine, you have boundaries. So this is loving yourself enough to say no to other people's demands of your time and energy. This is also doing that inner healing work and allowing the time and space for you to complete this and to have that time where you're working avidly on your own self-growth. And this also is developing a stronger connection to yourself and giving yourself that high nurturance that maybe you didn't receive even as a child. Giving yourself the ability to feel and be open and nurturing and caring for yourself on such a deep level that you know exactly what is right for you. The heart of the reading, we have the High Priestess. So this is using your intuition, seeing through the eyes of truth, seeing through the eyes of the heart, and also being a light and a teacher for others as well. Divine Feminine, you have Mother Earth. And this is stepping into your earth walk, understanding why you're here at this particular time on the planet, using all of your experience from all timelines, all portals, all places that you've existed as a soul, using that knowledge and wisdom in the here and now, being very grounded and rooted in your purpose, and also being an example not only to humanity, but being a pure example of harmony, because you've taken the time to harmonize yourself and upshift your own frequency.